Oh. Hello everyone, welcome to Brenda's Brushstrokes and Bisque. Painting live at 7 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, November 20th. And I have in the screen our ornaments for our November box. One has the church on it. One has the snowman. And one has the little house that we're working on. So we will be working on those tonight. Here is the December box that the invoices will be going out on Tuesday. The three little penguins are separate and they were glued on with E6000 and then I taped them on, put tape on them overnight. So that is our box. Now these are not, this was added, the snowflakes were added so that the light would come through. So you can put your penguins on that side, or you can put them on this side, whichever one you would like to do. And you will be getting the tea light to go inside of it. This has the no fire glittering snow. Last month you guys had the no fire snow plus the glitter. This time you have the no fire glittering snow. That you can see how that product works different than the other one. And then if you want, you can put your penguins on the other side or you can put them on this side. It's kind of up to you. I am pouring them as ornaments also, and once they are cleaned and fired, I will get them on the website to purchase as ornaments, or you can purchase extra ones just like this too. So they're not on there yet, but they will be coming. Actually, I think they are on there as plain. I'm not sure. They're on there one way or the other. So that is our box. And this is our pieces that we're working on. We were dry brushing them last week. We are on step number... we are doing the baby blue portion. So we're still doing the baby blue, and so we still need more baby blue. And so we will put those aside and grab our baby blue, which is OS456. And I'm just going to put it on some foil. You can put it on tile or whatever you would like to, but I like to roll up the foil and throw it out and not have to scrape and clean a tile. All right, so let me get this phone so I can see your comments. So looks like we got a few of you on here. I did just load down the free class from a week ago, this coming Sunday. So last Sunday is being downloaded right now. And then uploaded to, it's already downloaded, but it's uploading to YouTube. And so at 7:15 that should post. And then I already have last week's class downloaded, and I will be uploading that to YouTube. So that'll upload tomorrow. So that'll be on there, and then we'll get this one on there too. All right, so I have a dry brushing brush. This is a round size 3. And I'm just going to go in and get a little bit of baby blue, kind of brush it out, work it in there. You don't want to stab and dab and break your bristles. You just want to brush with them. And now we are going to brush back and forth across all of our little crevices. And you want to brush fairly lightly. These do take quite a bit of brushing because they are, we got the smooth backgrounds. But we will get some more baby blue on there. And we'll just continue away like we were last week, going back and forth across the crevices. It don't matter if we get it on the topper, that's okay. That was a little heavy, so I just brushed out my brush again. But we want to keep that dark navy blue down in there, so you want to brush across instead of with when you're doing that. So everyone should have gotten their invoice on Monday night from the sale on Sunday. And you have, I did give everyone until Monday to pay that, because then I can start bubble wrapping that. And then your December invoices will go out Tuesday, and you'll have until the 1st to pay for those. And then I will start ship packing to ship. I'll be bubble wrapping stuff before that, but actually packing the boxes for shipping. So we're just getting a nice layer of our baby blue on there. And you can see because our blue from last week is dry, it's going on really nice. And so we want it to be even and not splotchy or blotchy. Even meaning kind of the same amount of baby blue all over, and not like right now there's a lot here, but there isn't much there. There isn't much here. So we just want to get it kind of even. And so that's what we're going to work on. And then we'll go to the back as well. You could do these in other colors if you wanted to as well. They wouldn't have to be in the blue. And so we're going to go back and forth across our bottom there so we can save our navy at the bottom as well. And then we'll just, that's too much, so I'm going to brush that out. Just get our whole back of our ornament with more color on it. If you've been messaging me for things, I haven't had time today to get to them. I had other stuff going on. I needed to get glass ornaments, their bases cut and I will get to them, but it's not going to be tonight. I just took molds apart and the kiln is firing. Before that I had to clean greenware, and when I was wiping off the Hershey ornaments, which need to go out, they just kind of blew up in my hand. The tops are really fragile. I don't know why. Part of it is the talcless slip is not them shipped. Looks like we're buffering here tonight a little bit. There it goes. Okay. So if you message me, like I'm not going to get to fixing and changing invoices tonight, or probably, I don't know when tomorrow. I have different appointments going on tomorrow too. So we'll get to them. They're not due until Monday, so everyone has time. So we will plug it away, because some of you are asking for things and I need to go upstairs at the shop and check to see if they're there, or I need to check on the shelf if they're there, and I just have not had time for all of that. So, so not that I've ignored your messages, but there's only so much time in a day to get all the things done that I need to get done here. So it looks like we're really buffering here tonight. Not sure what's going on. I know my electricity was off for an hour today because they had to replace some transformer or something, but that shouldn't have nothing to do with our internet. So All right, so we kind of got a whole nother layer on here, and so when I talk about splotchy and blotchy, we actually got splotchy and blotchy going on. So you can see I have a lot here, a lot here, a lot here, a lot here, and then it's not, so it's just a lot and a little and a lot and a little. So that's not what we want. We want to get it nice and even, but what we're going to do actually is put this one down and go on to the next one. You just have to keep working on them. Just keep going back and forth, and they will get there. They just take, because that's a smooth surface, it just takes a lot of dry brushing. You could paint it, but it wouldn't have the same look as the dry brushing has. It would look just solid painted, and for myself, I prefer the dry brush look, so it's kind of up to you. You could paint it if you wanted to, like you could paint it up to here and then just dry brush the rest of it, but I prefer the whole dry brush look on it. So we'll keep plugging away here. I need you to change my tree for my ornament. If you need to change the tree for my ornament, let's just, so the ornament has a couple of problems. Right now I'm out of tops because I've broken 4 of the tops, so I can't ship ornaments because the tops are broke. And I need to replace them. So some of them are drying, and I just took another one set out of the mold again. And the other problem is that everybody wanted the driftwood tree, and the driftwood tree is kind of fragile too. And so I'm just getting caught up on those. I will see tomorrow when I'm packing things where I'm at. And once the orders are filled with the Hershey's ornament, which there's just 3 people waiting, and then 2 people's driftwood trees also broke in shipping. And so once those are replaced, I won't be doing the Hershey ornaments for a little while. The molds need to actually get dried out and rest a little bit, and then I just want a break from them, so I'm not going to take a whole bunch of orders for them. We'll do them, but we're kind of done with them for Christmas because they're too time consuming, and they're kind of fragile. So they'll be coming back again. I just need to get the orders out that are outstanding, the 3 people that are outstanding, and then the 2 that broke in shipping. And they were bubble wrapped really well. I've even had cardboard around the one that broke, that was reported broken yesterday. So it's just one of those things. They're big pieces, and they're not very, I mean, that tree is only that big around, and it's probably 15, 16 inches tall. And so it's quite fragile for shipping. But I did have it wrapped with bubble wrap and cardboard, and we still ended up with broke one yesterday. Like, that one really shouldn't have broke. And they're in the middle of a box with all kinds of stuff around them. That's all bubble wrap, so I'm not sure. It's just one of those things. Some pieces are just more fragile than others. So we're going to just put that on hold for a little bit until I get everybody caught up to who's ordered here for Christmas, and then let the molds rest a little bit. All right, so we're just dry brushing here, just going back and forth, nothing fancy, trying not to, like, I have a lot of white spots here, and that's because I got too much in my brush and probably talking too much and not paying attention to how much I am brushing out on my paper towel. But just trying to let you guys know what's going on. I do have a few new things that didn't make it to the sale in the kiln that I will get on the website, but that won't be tomorrow, because I do have those. I do have 3 boxes that I need to figure out how I'm going to ship what to who. Because even if the tops are broke, I can probably going to ship the ornament, the other parts of the ornament, so you guys can get started on them. And then just figure that out. So we're just getting a nice layer on here too, a little bit more on our bottom. And so I'm doing the whole thing with the baby blue. And once we get that covered really nice, then we will switch to our white. But if you can be more patient and do lighter coats so you don't end up with these little big old globs that I have that are splotchy and blotchy looking, that would be better. So I do have a few things in the kiln that I will get on the website, but it probably won't be till early next week. And then, like, your invoices don't go out anyway until Tuesday, so we have plenty of time for everything. So let's put him aside to dry. You can change my tree if you need, if it has not shipped. It has not shipped like I was going to ship tomorrow because I had some other stuff going on today to take care of. So I'll be messaging you tomorrow, Kim, when I reassess that situation. So we're gonna do the same thing, dry brush this thing, going back and forth across our crevices. That Noel's ornament, I think I've had one successful one, and out of probably 6, they've either cracked. They get hairlines cracks in them either before or after firing, so that you guys probably won't see that for a little while here either. That was what I had put the, other than the orders that I had for that, the Angel Nativity, not the Angel Nativity, this little Scioto Nativity set in it. And I've been pouring other little pieces in it as well, but until I can get that thing to not crack, it won't be available for a while either, so. But there are some other things. I have a little Santa and 3 elves. I have, they're only about 4.5, 5 inches. The kissing angels, they're kind of the old version of the kissing angels. We'll have some of those. I have some other little trees to put on the website. What else is there? It's the Mississippi Santa. It's a Santa with a lighthouse and a boat. So if you like the ocean and stuff, it's just a cool Santa. I have another little Santa, a little ceramichrome Santa. He's about 6.5 inches tall. That's coming. He wasn't clean. He wasn't dry yet, so he's not in the kiln getting fired now. And neither is the lighthouse Santa, the Mississippi one. What else is there? There's a set of 5 little trees that are Doc Holiday trees, but I just started pouring those, so they'll be coming too once they're dry enough to get them fired and get on the website. There won't be a whole lot of all of those things. Probably 3 to 6 is all there's going to be. And then I do have firing the larger ornaments like these, but they're in the oval, vertical and oval, horizontal, that have embossing on them. One has Joy to the World. One has All is Calm, All is Bright. And what's the other one got? Joy to the World, All is Calm, All is Bright. What's the other one got? Anyway, there's 3 of those, and 2 of them are firing right now. So once I can get pictures and get those listed, they'll be on the website too. But there's probably only going to be like 3 of those that'll be able to ship in December, 3 of each. It also likes to crack at the bottom, the large one. So it's just been a little challenging with pouring here lately with the shapes of things, but I can always have more in January if you guys are interested in them. So we're just dry brushing really lightly, going back and forth, going in different directions so we get a nice even coverage on the back here. You want to go up and down over those crevices so you save your navy down in the crevice. If we go with the crevice, like, we lose that. So we don't want to lose our navy shading. We want to we want to keep that. So you want to go up and down, even though it's kind of weird to go up and down there, but we can. And then just keep brushing really nice and lightly and building it up. One thing I did kind of figure out with Square, which I think it's got a glitch in it. I have to talk to Courtney because when I do invoices, I have to like create a blank listing without a picture, and then it doesn't have the weight and it doesn't have like the stock of how many there are. But if one of you guys go to the search bar and type in, say, Kimple turkey that was in the live sale, it's bringing it up, and it shouldn't be bringing it up because it's not available. It was just used as a line to bill on the invoices for the people that got that. So if you're shopping on the website and you type in something, no matter what it is, in that search bar, and it comes up, whatever it may be, an ornament or penguin or particularly anything from the live sale, and there's no picture, I would suggest not purchasing it because it likely sold out in the show, in the live event, and it's probably not going to be available, and I will have to refund you. So until I can have Courtney look at it to see if there's a setting we can change, or talk to Square so that they can default that so that does not show up when you guys are searching. Like if anything comes up without a picture, don't purchase it because it's likely not going to be available. Anything that's available on the website is going to have a picture with it. So that's kind of your biggest clue. Anytime I put something in that's new, I put it under the What's New tab. So if you're like looking for something that's new, that would be the place to look for it. Under that What's New tab versus trying to type in the search box. Didn't know how beautiful the ornaments are. Yeah, the ornaments are very, very, very beautiful. Even even the big plain ones where I use the DTF transfers and things, and you can get the bigger DTF transfers too. And I did show those in the live free class on Sunday, a couple of them that I had done. And like I said, that the videos stay on Facebook for 30 days and then they delete them. And so I just downloaded it to the computer, and it's probably uploaded already onto YouTube. So you guys can always go back to YouTube and look at them. Gail, you're okay. Everything you got, I was able to locate upstairs at the shop. So you're okay, Gail. But I just wanted to let everyone know if you're searching with the search box and there's no picture with the item, it's best not to purchase it. You can message me and I can see if there's more. But I don't know why Square would even show that to you, because like none of the information is put into the post. Like it's not created as a website item because there's no weight and there's no stock put in, so it really shouldn't be showing that. It should only be going on the invoice that I put it on. So if you're ever in doubt, you can always message me. Pretty much everything did sell out at the show on Sunday, except what didn't sell out. There was a couple things right at the beginning that I don't remember what it was. There was only a few things that didn't sell out on the live, but we're good. Like I just wanted to let you guys know if you go on the website and you search and something comes up without a picture, it's probably not going to be available, and I'll have to refund you. But Gail, you're fine. Like everything was, I was able to find everything. All right, so we're just keeping going here with our baby blue, and we're getting close to having enough. Like the front looks pretty good, but I think the back needs a little more, so we're going to set him aside and then just go back to our first one again. This is probably the hardest part of this whole project, is getting this baby blue coverage on here to where it's where you want it. It just takes a lot of brushing. And so we just keep brushing and brushing. I did post the picture and pinned it to the top of the group for the December box, which is that luminary bag with the penguins, and the color list is there too. There's kind of a lot of, quite a few colors, but not a ton either, because of the penguins are all different colors. I did a blue one, a purple one, and a pink one. So you could make yours all blues or all purples or pinks, whatever you wanted to do. We've had bigger color lists, I think, with fall things, but it's not too bad. And I have noticed that shipping is probably taking a little bit longer already, which is the typical holiday shipping thing. They already started charging more for shipping in the first part of October. And so we're already paying more for shipping. They usually take it back down towards the end of January, so that'll be good. So anytime I get wet and shiny like that, I go and brush my brush out on my paper towel, because I don't like that gob like that. I like it to just go on more smooth like this over here. And then make sure you're using the tip of your brush and not the side, because the paint can build up on the sides, and then you can end up with a really area with just way too much paint in it. 'Tis the season. Yes, it is. 'Tis the season, right? Courtney had snow yesterday where she's at in Appleton. She's like an hour from me, but they had snow. It stayed on the grass and the house roofs and stuff, but it didn't stay on the road. So that's good, but it's just around the corner for sure. I have another day of working on the stuff on the patio to get it so it's good enough for winter. And so I gotta, I won't be able to do it tomorrow because I got too much other stuff going on at the shop, but hopefully maybe Sunday or something. But I also have to get the molds out of the house here yet too, so. How is her book coming along? Oh, that's interesting, Gail, because I haven't, usually we talk every week on the phone, and I haven't talked to her in like a month other than a couple of texts. And so she called today, and her book is done with the editor. The editors were very impressed with her writing style, and it is at the proofreader now. She was hoping it would be for Christmas, but she's actually decided now to wait until about the 8th of January for when it's actually released, because of all the hype with Christmas. I don't think she wants it to get lost because people will be too busy with everything else. So she's writing a fiction book. It's called Seaside Widow. And once it's available, I will post. You guys will be able to get it from Amazon. She's going to have it shipped through Amazon to start out with, but eventually she'll be taking over her own shipping. So that's kind of where that's going. So she's close, but actually, she wouldn't get it back from the proofreader until like the middle of December, and so she don't want to release it that close to Christmas because of all the people being busy with Christmas. So it's coming now in January instead. And then she's also working on, it's a series, and so she's also working, which she already had the second one started, but she's been putting a lot of time into that one too, so that it's ready really soon too, so that when people finish reading the first one, they will be ready to, it'll be ready to purchase the second one. But I'll post it and let you guys know as soon as she lets me know. But it'll be January now instead of December, just because of the timing of what everything has taken. So, but she was really happy that the editor was very impressed with it, and is actually going to recommend it to her family to read even. So I guess that's a good thing, right? So we're going to do our front here now and get that a little, this is looking pretty good. I got a couple spots here that could use a little bit more, but we're going to let that dry and come to the front. And just kind of work on that now. So she's been working at the book, on this book thing, as far as researching it and writing it and all of that, since she quit helping with the box. So that was kind of her little dream to do, I guess you could say, is to write a book and be a publisher. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted and post the link, once it's ready to purchase. I believe it's only going to be paperback to start out with, because it takes, like to have an audio one, it takes extra. It's going to take more money to hire to have that part of it done. So I know I'm pretty sure it's just a paperback to start out with. So, but I'm sure she wants to get to the audio portion too. So let's get that little brush bristle out of there. All right, so this is looking pretty good. I think I want a little more on my snow yet. One of the ladies at the shop, she was like, she called it her beta reader. Like she was, someone got to like read it as she was writing it, and she was very impressed with the book too. So she can't wait for the ending of the book. She didn't get to read the ending yet because Courtney had changed it. So it sounds like it'll be a good thing. So that'll be really cool. All right, so that one's looking good. So we can see the difference already. See how one is more blue than the other one. So this is what we're going for. So we'll just keep plugging away at it here. So let's get rid of our paper towel because it's all wet and we want to come to a new one. And so we're going to get some more on this one. So has anyone tried the DTF transfers or anything? I will try to get, I have a whole bunch of those inkjet water slides, so I will locate those and get those on the website too. Just not enough time, but we'll get there. And if you're wondering about all of those, like you can just watch the class from Sunday, either on my main Facebook page or you can go to YouTube after tonight. It should be there already though. So we're going to get this guy looking more blue, more baby blue. You could do these with like a dark green. You could do them with a purple. You could do them with a probably like a cream and a brown. You could even do them with red. I would just probably do rust and then the red. The ultramarine, the deep turquoise, lots of options for these guys. You could do them in colors, like in real colors, which is what I started with, and I wasn't happy with them, but I'm sure once I take time to finish them, they'll be fine. So we need some more of our baby blue. So they're starting to get where we want them to be before we get to our white. So we'll just get our back color built up now. And again, I'm going up and down across the crevice there. Don't worry about getting it on the cap because we'll just paint the caps with the silver. So everyone got Black Friday plans or not? I will check with Courtney. I will probably be putting the paint, the acrylics, the Dunkin' acrylics on sale for Black Friday like we did last year. But I will have to touch base with her first because I don't know how to put them on sale. But she can walk me through it on the computer. So if anyone's looking to stock up on the Dunkin' acrylics. That will be our Black Friday thing. And then I need to inventory my numbers and make sure I have enough of everything. Oh, that's a little heavy. And then just remember when you're shopping the website to use store pickup so it ships for free in your boxes unless you want it sooner. And then probably message me, because usually I refund you when I see someone has not used the store pickup so that you get your free shipping. But if you want it sooner, you can always pay the shipping and get it sooner too. But like Thanksgiving's really late this year, so our like the due date is the 1st, so it's like I think Thanksgiving's Thursday, and then Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, I think is December 1st already. So like December is like right here. It's not even around the corner, it's right here. I haven't heard from our molds for next year's shipping yet, but I'm hoping I hear from him on Friday, which I guess that's tomorrow, that they ship tomorrow, because I would like to get those in and get them unpacked and everything before it's so cold out. Because we do have another pallet of clay coming too, so we can get through the winter. I already have all of your boxes and the cardboard and all of that good stuff is already at the shop. The only thing I have to order is will be the bubble wrap every month, because I'm a person that don't like the cold weather, so I don't like to be out in it. And so if I have everything and don't have to run for it and drive on the icy roads, I'm good to go. So we're just brushing, just lots of brushing with our baby blue here. But it's starting to get to where we need it. Now you could also do these with the, like I did the ones from the class on Sunday. They were pre-done ahead of time. I used the Fashion Hues Metallics, just painted them. So that's a really cool way to do these too. It's 70 degrees here today. No, it's about, it's probably like 28 degrees here already. It's cold out, and I don't like being outside in the cold. I wish it was 70. So. But we've had a pretty good fall. It's been pretty pleasant, pretty mild, actually. So I really can't complain too much. I've been able to get a lot of my stuff done. I just got a few more things to try to get done here. You can see he's getting to look more and more even with our color. So it looks pretty good through here, but now we got this big patch right here. Oh, that's too wet. But the Fashion Hues Metallics and the Luminescence work great on these. You just paint it on, and then I just put like the white on the front. But I also put the DTF transfers right over the top, like of red, and you could still see the transfer really good. And it was even a red cardinal over the red, so that worked really good. It's almost 80s here, so lucky you. No, we're in the chilly weather. Like I said, Courtney had snow yesterday, so this was just to the south of us, so luckily we didn't get snow, and I was able to work outside and get a bunch of the stuff put away, but I got another day's worth yet to do. So getting a little more over here. I know a lot of people from up here, they come down to Alabama, to that Gulf Shores, Alabama, I think it is. They snowbird down there. So I'm guessing it's probably pretty nice down there all the time. Where do you live? I'm in Wisconsin, north of Green Bay. Right in the middle of winter. That's where I'm at. I think we want a little more on there. I'm like 45 minutes from Green Bay, 45 minutes north on the highway. So we get lots of snow and cold. They're actually calling for a lot of snow this winter and cold. So I hope they're wrong, but I just stay in if that's the case. I just go out to go to the shop on Tuesday and Saturday, and I have all the groceries I need for the winter and all my laundry soap and everything, so I don't have to go out. Okay, so that one's looking pretty good. We can put that one aside, and now we got this one. So again, you can see the difference. Still a difference, so that's what we want to go a little bit more on this guy. A lot of people have their Christmas lights up outside already. Well, where'd my thing go here? Where does Kim live? Alabama, okay. Excuse me. A lot of people have their Christmas lights up, and a lot of them have them on too. So I haven't really done much for Christmas lights since the Bisque box started. I used to do a lot when Courtney was little, but then the stupid squirrels, you have to check on your mom too. Yep, got to check on her too. Yep, we got to flip that in there always too. It's really different as far as that goes, so but that's okay. So forgot what we were talking about. Oh, Christmas lights. A lot of people have Christmas lights up, and a lot of them have them on already. I did have a flocked Christmas tree that I bought at Habitat for Humanity, and I used it one year because I always wanted one, and it was really a beautiful tree. And I haven't put a tree up either in a few years. And so it was actually on the patio because it was in the storage unit, and I had to clean out the storage unit because I moved the molds out of there, and I didn't have the heart to throw it out. So I thought what I would do with it is take the branches, because it's artificial, and put them in my window boxes. And so yesterday when I was working on the patio, I came across the box, actually 2 big boxes with that in it, and so I took the time and put them in my window boxes, and they actually look really, really nice. And it's a lot easier than having to try to go and trim the trees in the backyard for spruce branches. And so I'm gonna actually save those, and that's what I'm going to use them for, is the window boxes going forward. And then I have 2 pails by the garage, and I put them in the 2 pails. I put 3 of the branches in the 2 pails by the garage too. All I have to do now is add a ribbon to them, and they'll be good to go too. So that's a good way to use up a artificial tree if you're like not going to use it in the house anymore. Like I just took the branches and stuck them in the dirt in the window boxes, and it filled it up really, really nice. So whoop, way too much there. Gonna brush our brush out. So it actually looks really good, and it's they're got the white tips on them, so it looks really pretty. So I'll probably just put some red bows out there and call it good. All right, so I'm getting really sloppy here, so that's what you don't want to do. Gotta pay more attention to what I'm doing and less talking. That's what you don't want, is a big old glob like that. You want it to keep going on nice and light. And so we gotta slow it down here and pay more attention to what we're brushing. Because when you get that big spot of white like that, we kind of lost all of our navy that's underneath there. And we don't want to lose all of our navy. We want some of that coming through. So that's what you don't want to do. So we'll just keep brushing away here and paying a little more attention. And then the top of the artificial tree, there was like a 2.5-foot section. So I took that and stuck that into one of my planter pots. And it was really, it had to be a really expensive tree at some point, but I think I only paid like $20 for it. But it's really full, and it really filled up it's like a 10-gallon planter pot that I put flowers in for the summer, and so it looks really good in there too. So I guess I made use of the whole thing and didn't have to throw it out. I could have taken it back to Habitat for Humanity too, I suppose, and let them resell it again. I read through a neighborhood today, never seen this before. Some houses decorated fall and several Christmas. Yeah, we got that. We got one lady across the street. She's got she's got all of her Thanksgiving and fall stuff up, but she's also putting up her Christmas stuff now. So it's quite the sight, I guess you could say, because she didn't wait to take down her fall stuff, and she's got her Christmas stuff hanging up right alongside it. So I don't know. It's a new lady that's in the neighborhood, so it's kind of different. So we'll have to see what she does. I would think after Thanksgiving she'll take her falls and Thanksgiving stuff down and then maybe finish with her Christmas. But she did start with her Christmas stuff already this week. Let's see, it looks like this keeps freezing here on us today. Come on here. I know some of the ladies at the shop said they put theirs up already, but they don't turn them on until after Thanksgiving. So I never had enough time to get mine up early. They always went up like the week before Christmas. So, but I do have stuff in the window boxes already this year. So that was just one way of getting rid of those 2 boxes off the patio. So 'tis the seasons. Yes, it is. Lots of blow up stuff at the like Menards. It's called Menards. It's like a Home Depot that's here, or a Lowe's. It kind of started in, I think, in Minnesota. So it's kind of our big store that's here for house stuff, and so they have a ton of blow up stuff. The blow up stuff is really nice, but for here it's kind of a pain in the butt, because if you run it all the time, like, it takes a lot of electricity. It really kills your electric bill, because I've had them a couple years and I quit doing those. And then if you shut them off to save electricity during the day, and then it snows on them, you have to go out there and shake them all loose and get them back up. Or if we tend to get a lot of ice in December, so then that stuff's all covered up with ice, and you got to go try to shake all that ice off of it. So I kind of gave up on those blow up things, but they are really cool, and there's a ton of different ones, and it seems like they have more than ever this year at the Menards store. I know I had 2 different trains. I put one in the front and one in the back. I had a Santa riding the polar bear. I had a snowman. I had a mooning Santa, because one of my nephews would moon me all the time when he was little, so I got a mooning Santa to moon him when he came. What else did we have? We had a penguin, snowman. We had a whole bunch of stuff, but I really don't even put all of that out anymore, because it just kills the electric bill. All right, so our blue is just about looking where we want it here. Just got to get it a little bit more even. And then we can switch to our white. Or if you wanted to leave them with the baby blue, you could leave them with that too. Like, you're always free to do whatever you want with your pieces. You don't have to do them the way I do them. So we need a little bit more through there. Saturday I have so it's deer hunting week here in Wisconsin, starting Saturday till next Sunday. So it's a pretty big deal. They call it Widows Weekend, and there's lots of craft shows and things going on. So I had scheduled that holly tree with the watercolor, and then no one signed up for that. So I just posted last week that I would do we're going to have a glass camp day where you can come and make 3 Christmas ornaments, and then I'll fuse them. So what did you have? 90-hour wolves are canyon, so we're never wasted the money on blow up. They'd be blown away. Oh man, I guess they would. I wouldn't like all that wind. I don't like all that wind. Especially if you want to be outside working. All right, so he's looking pretty good here. I just want to look at it and make sure we got it looking fairly even. And it looks pretty even. So we kind of have, like, this is what I go for, where you can kind of see the navies coming through it a little bit. Not completely covered solid with the baby blue, but fairly even. So let's look at the front. That looks pretty good too. Let's just look at this one. This one here could use a little more on it, I guess. So I think we'll get another layer on this one, and then we're ready to go to the white, I believe. So we'll just be nice and soft here and not get any blotches. I can't imagine having 90 miles an hour winds. That would kind of stink. I don't like it when we get the 40-mile-an-hour winds. When I was doing my leaves on Sunday, I did them pretty early because we were supposed to get blustery winds, and so I just, by 10 o'clock, you could tell the winds was starting to pick up, and I hate doing leaves when the winds are picking up because it's just kind of a losing battle. But it was, Monday was the last day for us to get our leaves to the curb for them to take them this year. So I had to get them done on Sunday. So kind of started early before the winds picked up, and I made it. It isn't the prettiest job, but they're there. They got out for the most part. So they can always do some more raking and blowing in the spring. And then I usually make stuffing with the bread and the sausage and celery and onions. And last year I always buy the little bags with the cubes, the pre-made cubes. When I was little, we had to put the bread in the oven and toast it and then cut it into the little cubes. And so I like to just buy the cubes in the bag and dump them in the bowl. And last year I waited till, I don't know, maybe 2 days before Thanksgiving, and nobody had them. They were all sold out. So last night I ran to the store and got my bread for my stuffing to make. So that was another thing I had to squeeze in, just going to the store and getting the bread so I didn't have to make toast in the oven. You could do it with a toaster too, but with a 2-slice toaster it would take forever to toast a loaf and a half of bread. So I just bought 6 bags of it at the store. Just make it easy. Dump it in the bowl and mix it up. So this one's coming along too. Just keep brushing. Gotta hear that a little bit more so it looks good. Just keep building it up a little bit at a time. Kind of patiently waiting to see what Clay Magic's new release will be. They usually have one here before Christmas, so I'm kind of hoping it would be Snowman or something, but I know they, when they had posted, they said it was spring, so I don't know if spring includes snowmen or not, so I'm guessing maybe not. I'm hoping there's a Easter bunny to go with the Yum Yum tree. Talk about the Yum Yum tree. I do have, I think 3 of them poured. I have one, well, we've had more than that, but yeah, we have some eyes blown over on the lake. Oh boy, we're closed the roof twice, and oh, yeah, I wouldn't like all that wind, yeah. So I've had one Yum Yum tree crack and one is sitting crooked, and so I have 3 other ones poured, and they're drying to get cleaned and fired, so they will end up on the website too. because they didn't make it to the live sale. But there'll probably only be like 3 of those before Christmas here. But I'm hoping that they do an Easter rabbit to go with that. So that would be pretty cool to have the Easter rabbit as the topper too. So, but I will have those probably for January. I'll keep pouring them now that I'm got them kind of figured out. So it does stack really nice. Clay Magic did do a nice job with it. It's a lot easier to pour than the Jamar Mallory one. So, and I do have that one sitting in the garage too yet to pour, but just haven't had time. So maybe when the disc box is done, we'll have time for all of that good stuff. And hopefully you guys will want some of that good stuff. So we're getting this guy looking pretty good too here. Those of you that are waiting on the final version of the gingerbreads, I have not had time to touch them yet. They just need touch-ups and a new picture added to the directions, but that's really all it is. Is there a way to swap out the topper, or do you have to buy a new tree for each one? You can swap out the topper. They did a really good job with that. It just fits on the top. And I do have those other toppers, and actually they're quite big. It's the Santa's hat and the witch's hat. But I've only gotten one. I've only had time to pour like one of each is all I have. The Santa's hat is cool by itself. Even the witch's hat, you wouldn't even have to have the tree to go with it. And I was hoping to get those poured for you guys to buy in December here, but not enough time. So we need a touch more of our baby blue. So it's just a different topper that sits on the top. So it's pretty cool as long as you just have to decide what color to do your tree so that it kind of goes with everything. I don't know if you'd want a white tree or a green tree, or so it kind of depends what color you do your tree, I suppose, whether or not you can switch them all out. But it just sits on top. They did a great job with that. So, and I like the Santa hat just all by itself without even being on the tree. So, all right, so this is starting to look like we're getting close. Let's get some more on the bottom here. Hopefully next year is a little bit slower and we don't start it out like we did this year. A little bit more on there. Kind of bring that out a little bit more. Looks like we need a little bit on the bottom here. Sometimes you got to flip these around so you can see the bottoms too. Now I'm being careful not to fill in my crevice there. You want to make sure you're not filling that in when you're brushing in the direction of it. But I can kind of see where my paint's going down and just get close enough. So our white will go on a lot faster. It's just getting this baby blue over that dark navy that takes time. You could do medium blue first too, but I kind of like to just have the baby blue and the navy so that I don't lose the navy. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. It looks pretty close to the other ones. All right, so we can switch to white. Let's get a new paper towel. And then I'm actually going to switch to a different brush so that our white goes on a little bit quicker. Otherwise, it would be like a softer baby blue. So we're going to go to our white OS 431. And we'll put a puddle of that down. And now I need another brush. see, what are we gonna go with? A lot of times I'll save a brush just for white, but I don't look like I have a white one saved here. So we'll just, this is a size, I think it's a size 5 flat. We'll go into our white. And it doesn't matter if you're using round or flat, it's just whatever you prefer. Gonna work that in there. Then we'll go to one of our dry ones. And now I want to brush really lightly so that I don't get too much. And just kind of do the same thing. Now if you want your, like our snowman would be pretty white, so if you wanted your background sky to be more blue, you would do just a little bit of white. So that's kind of up to you how much white you want to add. But I would definitely do more on our snowman so he's nice and white. And then just kind of come and work our way around. And just keep brushing, get a layer on there, just like we did with our baby blue. And then we can go to the back. So you can see, like there's not a huge difference yet, but a little bit. And so now we'll come and do our back. But because we're already lighter, instead of the navy, like it is going to go on quicker. And if you wanted to let this more of the baby blue, you could do that too. But we're going to get them more like they're in a blizzard, I guess you could say, with the white. Next week we should be able to finish them. It's just this whole part here is what takes the longest, getting all our baby blue and white on. The other rest of it will go pretty quick because of the top. We just, how do you all you do? Oh, I don't know sometimes, Kim. I'm kind of drowning here, it seems like lately. Oh, just keep plugging away at it, and that's all we can do. I was going to make slip yet tonight, but I'm probably not going to. I kind of decided I'm just going to go to bed. The little Hershey's ornaments kind of breaking those two when I was already wiping them. They were already cleaned and everything. All I had to do was wipe them off a little bit, and they just like exploded right in my hand, both of those tops. And they did it before too, so they're just really something. And I let them set up for an hour and a half, so they're nice and thick, but they can't be too thick either because then they'll be too heavy. But they were definitely not too thin, so they kind of ruined my day. But then we have class and we're doing this, and these guys are starting to look pretty cool, so it's all good. So we'll just get a nice light layer on here, our first layer of white, and then we will go to our other ones and then just keep working around just like we did with our blue. And just keep adding it up. Now we don't have to worry about the scarf at all because I did that with the reds and the blacks, so we'll do that next week once we get all the rest of this done. This is just the part that takes the most. I seen something about the other day, people want to have Black Friday back, where they're, instead of shopping online, where they go and stand in line at the stores and do all of that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You can get this bottom as white as you want it, or leave it as much navy as you want it. Like it's all up to you, really. All right, so we have a nice layer on this guy already, so you can, I'll hold them so you can kind of see it's got a nice shade of white started. So now we'll do, so that went pretty fast, like that wasn't even 5 minutes. It's just getting them to this point where it takes time. Now again here, you could leave your sky area blue and just do your trees and the snow and the house roof with the white. So you can kind of decide like how much white you want. Where I'm kind of doing the whole thing so it looks like it's got a blizzard going on. We'll have a blizzard here before we know it, I'm sure. I did post the picture of the cozy snowman from the live sale where it was a special project for one of the church schools here for a friend, and it's the same snowman, but I did him with like in 24 different. There's 24 snowmen, and they were all done in a different pattern, but they were all done with the same colors, the northern blue and the lime burst. But then I used silver and black too, because the school colors were actually the lime burst and the northern blue, and so that made them all similar, but yet they all had different patterns, snowflakes and plaids and all that different stuff on them. So they were fun to make. It was a little bit of a challenge at first, because when you think 24 different designs of the same colors, but once you get going, like you get pretty creative with your ideas. So I always like doing stuff like that. Let's see, what are our things going? You say there was a live sale coming up. Nope, we're done with the live sales for the year. I just have the free class in December. So that's probably our, there's no live sale scheduled, but if I, depending upon how things go in December, if there's time, I may do like a pop-up sale, like I might post on a Friday, live sale on Sunday. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure. Like I didn't want to commit to a sale and then, like it's so busy with Christmas the way it is and all of that. So we'll see. Like I do need to clean some shelves off and get rid of some things, some one-off things and that kind of stuff. So there could be a sale, but I can't promise it. There's nothing scheduled, but I would announce it a couple days ahead of time. So just watch the posts, I guess. It'll depend how things are going in December. So whoop, too much. So we got to brush our brush out. So I was trying to ease things up a little bit by not scheduling one for December. You see, I did Black Friday once with my daughter. I like the Black Friday prices yeah, I did Black Friday one time with my sister and actually ended up ordering what I wanted. It was a generator for the camper. Like got up at 3 in the morning, went to her house, and then at 4 o'clock, it's like, well, we checked the website. Well, here you could order the stuff on the website and have it delivered for free. So like I didn't need to get up at 3 in the morning, didn't need to go stand out in the cold because it'll be cold here by then. So that was kind of my Black Friday experience. So it's just easier to go online and get what you want. And I really don't need anything for Black Friday. So, I don't know. I used to like to go to Joann's Fabrics on Black Friday because they had good, fabric prices, because I used to make blankets and donate them to the hospital to the needy babies, but I haven't really done that in years. So, and Joann Fabrics is gone now. So they usually had a really good sale Black Friday on their fabrics. So that was always good to stock up for the year. But now they're out of business, so that wouldn't be possible anyway. So our white's starting to look pretty good on this guy too. But I'll be doing a Black Friday sale for you guys for the paint. And I'll probably just run it all next weekend from Friday till Monday. So I just have to talk to Courtney to figure. She'll have to walk me through how to do it on Square, because we'll have to go in there and set it. I know they had changed it the last time she did it, and so hopefully she can just walk me through it, and we can have a Black Friday acrylic paint sale. So, and I'll have to go and update all the paint numbers and order paint so that I make sure we have enough paint for everybody. All right, so this one's got a nice head start on it too, so we can put that one aside and go to the next one. My sister was always a pretty big Black Friday shopper. I don't know if everything's really the same good quality of product that you thought you were buying when it's not Black Friday. I think some of the stuff is better quality. I think some of the stuff they get for Black Friday is like less quality, but I don't know. That's just my idea. So we're getting our white on our greenery part of our tree, our ornaments here. And then we will go to our bulb. So it looks like they got all covered with snow and it's nighttime. And the branches go really fast because they got really nice texture. So does the front here. So just keep brushing back and forth across all of our little textures and crevices and all that good stuff. They're getting there. We do a lot of dry brushing on the bag, the luminary bag too, but I color washed it, so you guys will have a refresher on color wash for January, because we haven't color washed in quite a while. Color washing is fine. I'm just not a big fan of it because it's kind of messy. It kind of saves a little bit on the dry brushing, I think, because you're wiping some of the color back. But it's just that it's kind of messy. And unless I'm doing, like if I was doing like 20 of these, I would color wash them with the navy and then dry brush the baby blue, because it might take a little bit less dry brushing. But you kind of end up with paint all over your hands, and it's just, like I said, it's just messier. So I tend to not color wash. But we will be color washing for January, just as a refresher, because the box is ending in July. So hopefully you guys will like that, because we haven't done it in a while. I was kind of hoping they'd ship our molds so that our February box molds would get here, because I want to do, I don't know if we're going to do silk screen or if we're going to do water slide decal or UV DTF decal or what we're going to do, but kind of waiting for that mold to get here so I can pour it and have it to work on. If I do silk screens, I'll need a little extra time to get those done. To me, that flat surface is the hardest to dry brush. Yep, the flat surface always is the hardest. And I guess it's not that it's hard, it's just, it takes longer, really, is all it is. It just takes longer. But I like the look of it versus the painting it, so that's why I like to dry brush it, even though it is a flat surface. So, but we will color wash for January. And then our the penguins, I didn't color wash those. I just base coated those, or the snowflakes with the turquoise, or the deep turquoise, and then painted the penguins black and then dry brushed from there. So you can mix those techniques together. Like you don't have to do just one technique on your piece. So you can base coat parts and color wash parts So that's what we'll be doing for January. February, like I said, it might be silkscreen. We haven't done silkscreen in a while either. I'm just kind of waiting on the molds to get here so I can actually see the box. It's an octagon box with a lid on it. So there's different things we can do with that. So again, just brushing away here and getting our white on slowly but surely, so we don't get too much on at once. But the white is going on faster than what the baby blue did, because we got the baby blue is lighter now and we don't have that navy to worry about. Never done silkscreen, so yeah, we did the silkscreen gourd. That's been a couple years ago already, so kind of favoring the silkscreen. I'll have to see if I can get the silkscreen medium yet, though, so I don't know if they discontinued that or not. That was a Mako thing, so you just never know today what's still available or not available. Although I think you can use, there's a food thickener that they use for people with swallowing difficulties. I think you can use that to thicken your paint too. So we'd probably still be able to do it. And I probably have enough upstairs at the shop to be able to do it. It's just a powder that we put in our paint to thicken it. And then you rub the paint through the silkscreen. So just trying to get all those things in before the box is done, so you guys have good refreshers on all that. Or if you haven't done it before, like, you'll be able to do it. So just brushing away here, trying to get our white nice and even. I had to put the ice scraper and the snow scraper in the car. I put the snow shovels by the front door, so time to get ready for winter here. All right, so we need some more white. Shake that up. Put a little puddle out, flip our paper over. So you do want to keep like the navy down and some of the baby blue down in there, in those crevices too. So like you'd have the navy and then you'd have some baby blue and then you'd have white on the higher parts is what our goal is. So we don't want to get rid of all of the baby blue and the navy. We want to keep both of them there. So like our snowbank here, like we have the highest areas with the white on them. And then we kind of let it go to the baby blue and the navy so that we got our shading going on. So the front looks pretty good already. So we kind of get out round on this edge here. And if you want your sky more blue, you can leave it more blue. All right, so I think we can put that one down. We'll go back to our first one. So I want my snowman the whitest because he's snow. And then if you want your background more blue like sky, you can leave it more blue. I did all of mine fairly white though. But you don't have to do that. Like, you can do whatever makes you happy. And maybe we'll do these just a little bit, keep them a little bit bluer for the sky, just for a little bit different look. And don't worry about your bird, because we'll do the bird next time. We'll have to repaint him. So let's get a little bit of white on our branches here. Just kind of do those all at once. Has anybody finished their ornaments yet? Okay, where's all my comments? I don't think I've seen any finished pictures posted yet. So now we'll do the back of our ornament here, get it whiter. Is everyone doing their blues? Is anybody doing theirs different? Anybody painting theirs out? Oh, my darn comments went away again. Yes, okay. So it'll be interesting if you guys do different colors. Post your pictures so we can see your designs, your creations. Just brushing back and forth here, doing the blues. All right. I know I like blue and silver for Christmas. Those are kind of my decorating colors. Well, and then the white too, of course. I guess that's why I like the flocked Christmas tree. They're coming along here. We'll get there. We'll probably have to do another layer of white next time, and then whoop, too much. And then do all of our little color things. Those all go pretty quick. Cause like this cap is just painted. Like there's nothing to that. You just paint that. The biggest thing is that little stuff to have little dry brushes, like those size 1s. What's everybody cooking for Thanksgiving? Anything special? Got some more blues going on. I guess my favorite thing is the stuffing usually. I think we're just having turkey, potatoes, mashed potatoes, and stuffing, and I have some stuff to make taco dip with the Doritos. I don't know if we'll have cranberries or not, because usually they seem to not get eaten anyway. Not me. Finished ornaments. So this one's looking pretty white too. So we just keep brushing and brushing until we get it nice and even. Whoop. Can't believe like in another month we'll be thinking spring things instead of Christmas and winter things. I'm sick of how early it gets dark here. I'll be ready for I think it's December 21st when the days start getting longer, so I'm looking forward to that. All right, so let's go to this other one here and get a little bit more on this one. See, we're being lazy. Ordered turkey and ham dinner with sides and relish. That's the way to do it, right? You don't have to do all that. I think Courtney, when I talked to her this morning, they have Jason's side of the family instead of my side of the family. So I could actually get away with doing nothing. But I won't do that. I'll go to my mom's and take stuff there, and my sister's taking stuff there. So we'll do that. So we just keep brushing away here till we get it all nice and even. So like this house has the roof, so I kind of make the roof more white and the tips of the trees more white, and then kind of just a little bit of white on the rest of it. So we kind of have different shades of our baby blue going on there and our navy. Then we kind of got this little forest in the background, so I kind of get that nice and white. And then from there, we'll just go and get the rest of it, the rest of this back, whiter, like the other ones. Okay, come on, comments. You see, I will have a 56th wedding anniversary. Well, wow, congratulations to you. Oh, and it was cheaper to order it. I can believe that because those bags of the bread for the stuffing, like the pre-cube stuff, they were 2 for $6. That was $3 a bag, and I actually got 6 bags, so it was like $18 just for that. And then the sausage, those were $5.99. We always put Jimmy Dean sausage in our brown sausage in our stuffing with celery and onions, and so those were $5.99. It wasn't a cheap stuffing, was not cheap to make, but I love stuffing, so gotta have stuffing. It's kind of crazy how expensive everything has gotten, though. All right, so we'll probably do a little bit more on this guy to get him a little bit whiter here on the back. Anybody have a suggestion for our free class for December? I haven't really thought of anything to do yet. Anyone have any ideas of what they'd like to see in the free class for December? I think it's like the December 21st or something. It's like it's the 3rd Sunday, so it's kind of late in the month, but I didn't want to cancel it because it can always go on YouTube if people are busy. Or it will go on YouTube if people are busy, so it's not that big of a deal. So if anyone's got any free class ideas, you can post away with those. Or any other classes for next year, as far as our free classes, because they're once a month. All right, so we're kind of at a good stopping point because I kind of used up my paint here. And these are looking pretty good. They'll probably need one more layer of white next time. But the fronts are good. So I can show you the fronts. The fronts are good. Just got to get a little more on our backs. So you can see the fronts are good. Again, I got more on the roof and more on the trees and then more on the snowbanks. But that one needs more on the back too. Let's show you the finished ones. So this is what we're aiming for. So you can see they got a little bit further to go. Those are a little bit more baby bluish than these, but that's okay too. Like they can all be a little different shade. Here's the other one. And then we'll be putting our fired snow and glitter on, doing our little house windows and our snowman, our church windows and the steeple. So we should be able to finish that up next week. And then this will be what the invoice is going out for on Tuesday. It is our partying penguins. Are we doing next Thursday? Oh, I think we'll probably cancel next Thursday, huh? Oh, let's cancel next Thursday since it's Thanksgiving. And then we'll be able to finish them up the following week then. That'll be okay. So I'll post that we're going to cancel Thursday for Thanksgiving. So this is your invoice. We'll be going out Tuesday for these guys. The penguins are separate. They're just glued on, so you wouldn't have to put them on if you don't want to. You'll get a tea light to put inside. You could put your penguins on the front, the Let It Snow side if you want to. And then you'll be getting the No Fire glittered snow, No Fire glistening snow to put on it. And then you'll also get the tea light for the inside, and then you'll get your last brush for December as well. So that is our penguins. They actually went on something different, but I thought they would be really cool on this bag. So that's why they are on the bag. And I just glued them on with the E6000 and then put the painter's tape over them and left them sit overnight, and they're on there quite well. So so I color washed it with deep turquoise, and then we dry brushed it. So that's what's coming out for your Tuesday invoice. So that will be that. Thank you for the great class. And yes, thank you guys too for joining me, and have a great Thanksgiving. And then we will see you the following Thursday. I'll post anything new on the website postings as I get them. I'll put it in on the Facebook so you guys can see that something's been done. But I got some stuff to check up on or catch up on here yet. So, and some stuff is getting fired right now. I got a couple more things to clean and fire. I have the little cuddle bears, the Christmas bears, they're like 7-inch ones. Those are coming too. And then I got another little Santa. So there'll be a few things that'll be on the website for you guys to add on if you want to, but you have until the 1st to do that. So we have plenty of time. It's early yet. So I will get the live sale for Black Friday. I guess it's not really a live sale. We'll get the Black Friday paint sale live on the website. I'll have to talk to Courtney. That'll probably be from Friday till Sunday, Friday till Monday, something like that. And it'll be our acrylic paint on sale. So you guys can stock up on that, and I'll make sure I order extras as well. All right, you guys. So thanks for joining me, and have a great week and a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you in 2 weeks. All right, bye everyone. Thank you.